So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of the HEC Show. I'm here in Rome with Maria,
Paula America,
Marcos.
Williams, not Spanish, but
Not
Hispanic. Hispanic.
Where are you from?
Bolivia.
Ah, you're from Bolivia. Okay,
Yeah.
it's good. It's good. Welcome to Rome. Is this your first time here?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, this is good.
I'm from Valencia. I see
From
in Spain.
Valencia, okay. And
Madrid.
Madrid,
Barcelona.
So, which is better, Barcelona or Madrid?
Madrid.
Oh,
Madrid, clearly.
We read today in the newspaper that the rate produced in Spain, six out of 10 are produced in Barcelona.
So Barcelona
It's
is
a dangerous
important.
place.
Those are fake news.
No, it's not fake news.
No, yes.
Don't be Catalan.
In Madrid, you can eat better, and that's a fact.
Not
Yeah.
true.
That puts
Maybe
Madrid
you can eat it
automatically.
cheaper. Maybe you can eat cheaper, but better, I don't know.
It's cleaner, it's safer.
Madrid
can-
is safer?
Yeah,
of
Madrid is
course.
safer, it's
Safer than
cleaner.
Barcelona?
I
Do you
mean,
have beach?
Barcelona
Barcelona.
is
I can drive to the beach.
thanks to
Doesn't
independence
Ah,
has
but then you're
been.
not in Madrid. so
got
Madrid's
more,
not the
got
best
a little
city.
more illegal immigration.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
You got
Okay.
immigration,
See,
murders,
So-
you don't have-
violation,
you don't
I
have
know,
as
rapes.
much as history as
Mm.
Barcelona has. That is true.
What history? Madrid is the capital.
Bueno, I don't. No. Because it is the capital.
Barcelona was sold to the Franks on their time.
Look,
Ciudad Condal.
do you know what
You
typical
weren't,
dish
you
of
weren't even a
Barcelona?
kingdom.
Tomato with bread.
Ah.
Can you believe it? That's a typical food.
So, Spain won today.
Pantomac.
Yeah.
We're going to play in the finals. What's
We
your
won to
expectations? It's
Depends
amazing.
depends
It's
on
amazing.
who classifies. I think if the Netherlands classify, we got possibilities. But if England qualifies, it
We
will
also
be
have
a
possibilities.
hard-fought final.
Ah, really?
The last
Yeah.
year we
Oh.
won England. Who do you think is going
Spain.
to win?
Vamos!
That's bad
Spain
boy.
will win, bro.
God
You,
bless
you,
Spain.
you got my respect.
God bless.
The only thing we have good in Spain, the
Spain will
football.
win, guys.
And do you think that is going to have an effect? Like
Effect
maybe
on what?
on political terms or I
No.
don't know, maybe
I'm happy that you won against France, guys.
You don't like France?
I lived in Paris for 3 months. I hate it.
Why?
Oh my!
Tell
But
us,
why?
please.
But why?
What did happen?
So, sorry, French people. Excusez-moi. The French people, I speak French, by the way. The French people,
Back there.
they are vulgar a little bit. They are a little bit like, sorry, I don't want to use like some bad words, but they aren't welcoming
Oh,
and they aren't friendly. This is the way I want to put it. And Paris is, I don't want to use this word, but a lot of trash, a lot of problems over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I mean it's a big city, right? So
It's a big city, but at the same time, it's so nasty. Like, I don't like it.
Oh,
I don't like it. So, what do you want to say for your in Spanish? You want to speak in Spanish a little bit about
Venga.
what happened today?
Okay.
Okay.
About today.
About today, yeah.
Well, today hemos ganado contra Francia el fútbol.
Pero dilo con más emoción, coño.
Pero, caballeros, el problema que hay en España es que el fútbol es una especie de pan y circo, una distracción para que no nos
Pero-
enteremos de la corrupción de Pedro Sánchez y su mujer, la corrupta
un momento. Aquí vamos a matizar un poco y yo creo que políticamente es el único elemento de cohesión social que no consiguen ni los partidos
Es verdad,
políticos
eso es cierto.
ni los
el
ni
pegamento
nada por el estilo.
que
Es
une
como el
a España.
pegamento. Nunca se sentarán como un socialista y un ¿cómo se dice? Y uno de Vox en la misma mesa que apoyando al mismo equipo de fútbol. Yo creo que España ahí tiene como la oportunidad de, si gana la Eurocopa, unir un poco el país que está un poco, you know, they got some secessionist
Balcanizado.
movements and such in Spain, like
Yeah.
in Basque Country
Yeah.
and in Catalonia. So
Basque Country no, it's
Sí.
Basconian.
You have an answer?
Euskadi.
Que país es un término
Ah.
de Francia.
Entonces nada,
Eso
que,
lo tenéis acá
Es
dentro.
traducción country, es-
Why
que
do you
Francia
have
no,
an
no
answer?
tenía defensa.
Que sí.
Entonces
Es verdad,
ha
Mario,
llegado
claro.
España, ha metido 2 goles en 2 minutos y luego por muchos cambios que ha hecho no ha conseguido. España es que la defensa española es muy buena. Cucurella, Unai Simón, and all those guys. Yeah, and in attack Lamine Yamal, así se.
Joder, qué bueno está.
¿Pero tú crees
Nico
que
Williams.
el fanatismo empeora la sociedad
Sí,
española?
totalmente. Yo creo que en España realmente los políticos han logrado categorizarnos y enfrentarnos cuando realmente el sentido común siempre vence y une. Creo que si en España no existiera el término derecha, fascista y izquierda comunista, todos nos sentaríamos a hablar y buscar un acuerdo para ser mejores.
Yeah, es
trabajar y
que
nuestra
Spain is very polarized. That's the we call it the two Spains,
But that's a fiction
which are
made by the
in
politics.
constant conflict.
Okay, it's a political conflict.
Yes, the politics are so
Cultural.
bad, ¿cómo se dice gestionando? Manage
Management.
the country that they use strategies polarizing the citizens to make us vote. But the reality is that pursuit it's damaging the
Economy,
social
yeah.
environment.
So what
And
the
economy,
best
of course.
thing, like, if you want to describe Spain in 3 words, and we'll talk about Bolivia a little bit.
Okay.
So what do you
So
Catholic.
I would start. I would say tourism.
Okay. History.
I would say, but in terms of how people of other parts of the world have this perspective of us, that it's laziness.
Laziness.
They think
I
that
heard
we are.
about that.
They think that we are lazy
Siesta.
people, that we are having naps every time, that we don't really work, and actually that's the opposite.
Hombre, la siesta
okay.
mola.
The opposite.
¿Qué dices?
We may be the
Biggest.
country that work the most. There are people that doesn't have one work, they have 2 works. The economy situation is so bad that people have to get 2 works and work maybe 14 hours a day.
Yeah. So I would describe Spain in 3 words. One is tourism. Another one is gastronomy.
Okay.
From my objective point of view, is the best gastronomy of Europe. Even above,
Better than Italy?
even above Italy.
Yes, sorry.
Because it's
And,
more-
and the
it's more
third one
variety.
I would say good weather.
You
Oh, yeah.
you know it. You go to San Sebastian.
And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
How
that's
did
a
you
fact
eat?
right there.
And if you go to Andalusia, you eat the opposite. It's amazing.
It's very varied, you
Yeah.
know. Spain, despite being, I mean, I don't know if it's smaller than Texas, but it's very diverse. So
What are your 3 words about Spain, for example?
For me?
Yeah.
Okay. Great history.
Oh,
we didn't see
that's a big one.
Great history. As a Lebanese, before I become American, so in Lebanon we love Spain and Italy
Oh yeah.
because Lebanon
so.
is a country in the Mediterranean, and like we have some similarities with the Spanish people and the Italian people. So we like the lifestyle,
Yeah.
we like the family bond,
Oh, that's so beautiful.
and we are like we like our heritage.
Oh yeah.
We like our heritage. Unfortunately, today's in Europe we don't see this, and even in America. So one of the things that I don't like in America, it's like there is no this family bond, or there is no heritage. And as I said, I went to San Sebastian. I really love it, but I don't know a lot about Spain, to be honest. So I'm happy to be here. And before we continue, I need to ask our friend from Bolivia. What's your name again?
Williams.
William. So you study in
Yes, I study law in Spain.
okay.
Well, I used to study law in Bolivia, but certain circumstances and benefits of being in the Catholic University of Bolivia helped
Okay.
me travel a lot and
Okay.
being what Europeans call Erasmus, and
Oh,
I
yeah,
transferred
yeah.
from the University of Bolivia to the University of Spain.
Okay.
Now, the great thing about being Hispanic, like having both almost the same history, in the sense that the conquest that Spain had, it had some troubles and things like that, but I don't see it in the way that Northern Europeans see it, or many natives of Americans see it. I look at it as a wonderful work in the sense that has united many nations in America with one language, one faith, and many values. And that helped me to adapt here in Spain, because the first weeks or first months, the first year I came here, I felt accepted, in a sense that we had almost the same cultures, almost the same beliefs, the same faith, the same language. So I think it's a great work what the Catholic kings did in its times with Isabel and Fernando. It was a great work. Now, there's some matters you can make about some abuse, but here and there that they were really abused. But in the whole sense, I think it was a great work.
Did you believe that Latin America, like people, they are happy that Spain changed the culture a little bit over
No,
there?
not many, but
Not many, okay.
it's. I'm gonna take about what I can talk. That's myself.
Okay.
In my point of view, when I was well, I'm young, but when I was almost a kid, I really thought that was terrible. We were like slaves and everything like that. But when I studied more history, and even when I study history of law here in Spain, you can really see that and what made the difference between Spain and other imperiums in Latin, like France, like Holland, or like England, is that Spain, first of all, did it to propagate faith. That's first
and
of
also
all.
the mestizaje.
That's first of all. They propagate faith. Second of all, this was a really good passage I heard in history of law of Spain, that when Christopher Columbus came back to Spain with a bunch of Native Americans, they were all handcuffed and everything. They presented to the Queen, to Isabel la Católica, the Catholic Queen, and they asked her, "What do we do with these people?" Because they didn't know. They didn't know if they had souls and everything. And the first thing that Isabel did is they said, "Release them from the chains because they are equal as you." That's many people in America doesn't know that, Pages, that Spain had a lot of laws recognizing the dignity of the people of the Americas. That is why in many countries of America we are mixed. We are mixed from Spain or from other places. But if you go to colonies of France or colonies of England, they are not mixed.
Okay, so what's your plan for the future? To stay in Spain or to return to Bolivia and
like as a Bolivian, and I'm a patriot of Bolivian, I want to come back because, of course, the plan is here to study and give me a bigger sense of the world, new visions, many ideas I wouldn't get in America, and bring them to America, especially Bolivia, starting from Bolivia, then getting bigger to the whole continent, but starting in Bolivia, coming with new ideas and making the place better, because I think there are a good sense of nation over there in Bolivia, but not here, but that's another story. But the sense is to get my studies, be a better person and a freer person, and with a plan, restructuring Bolivia, because I think there's a lot of nuclear problems, especially within politics and social. I think there's something like happening here in Spain, where Catalonians or Basque has many of them the vision that they want to separate, and they are different from other parts of Spain. The same thing, doing an analogy, in Bolivia happens. Many people differ between Cambas, that's the east side, Santa Cruz, Pando Beni. They different themselves from what they call the Cambas called Collas, from Arte, La Paz, Potosí, Oruro, and that makes like the same problem, a conflict that wouldn't separate if politicians didn't emphasize on the problem. I think Bolivia even though those cultures are pretty different, they unite thanks to the vision that Isabel Católica had, that's having one faith, one language, similar culture.
So where did you study English before that? Like, your English is good, so where did you study English? Let's start with you.
Because, for example, because I really enjoy learning languages, and because
how many languages do you speak?
Catalan. Yes,
Well, that's not a language, that's a dialect.
Yo parlo català también.
So it's influenced by the Arab culture. It's similar to Arab.
No.
or what?
Catalan. No, it's like a
Dialect
Roman.
of Spain.
No, calla,
Spanish,
no,
yeah.
that's not true. It's a Roman language, such as French, such as Portuguese, such as Spanish. But it's only spoken in Catalonia. But then we have, for example, Valenciano, that is a little bit different, similar. But
I spoke
Yeah,
Valencian. It's another
Valencian.
language.
So can you give me a little bit before I start with you? Can you speak a little bit Spanish and a little bit Catalonian so we see the difference?
Yes. For example,
Habla.
puedo decir yo soy María, tengo 21 años, ahora estoy en Roma. I en català seria jo soc Maria, tinc 21 anys, estic ara viatjant per Roma i estic aquí amb vosaltres passant una bona estona.
If you permit it, same, it's like a combination, like for me, it's a combination between French and Spanish.
Yes, that's true. It's more similar, si assomiglia más al francese che no all'italiano.
In Valencian is more it's more close. It's closer to Italian than to French. For example, I speak Valencian. It's my native tongue. All right?
Okay. Can
So
you speak?
Such as mine.
I was born speaking Valencian, not speaking Spanish. All right. So, for example, I would say, jo soc Marcos i estic ara sentat així en uns amics parlant de política i de com està l'assunt en Espanya ara mateixa i estem molt bé i mos lo passem fantàstic and in Spanish I would say soy Marcos, perdón, I was saying it in English. Soy Marcos, estoy aquí sentado con unos amigos, pues hablando de política, y pues me lo estoy pasando muy bien. So it's split from Latin, from vulgar Latin, right? Almost 10 centuries ago. So they are pretty different. Yeah.
So,
But in here, well,
okay.
But can I say something?
Yeah.
When you say, for example, the term Latin American, Spanish, we don't respect that kind of term. That was a term invented from one ministry of Napoleon III to divide
The third. Last emperor of France.
Yes, to divide the Hispanidad. When we talk about Hispanidad, we talk about all the things, all the
sense
places.
of
Yes,
the Hispanic culture. That
Exactly.
It's not only limited to Spain, but to Bolivia, Colombia, Argentina,
yeah.
Venezuela.
But that's not true
Peru.
because Latin comes from here in Italia, the Lazio, that is a place in Italy. That's not true. Latin America is not from the Lazio here from Spain, from Italy, is from Spain, from the Catholic
in
thing.
his
Also.
words, it would be more appropriate to say, instead of Latin America, it would be Hispanoamerica, not
Yeah.
Latino America, but
Hispanic
Hispanoamerica.
America.
Because Portugal and
Or
Spain
even,
were the ones.
well, that would be Ibero-America because the
Yeah,
peninsula
for example.
that it's in Spain is
Same term.
Iberian.
The Iberian Peninsula.
Yeah.
What would you call Haiti?
Okay.
Haiti, ¿cómo lo llamarías?
Yeah, that would be exception.
Haití.
No, but
Haití.
it was
Vale,
at
vale,
first
vale.
colonized by.
Yeah,
by
but they were then
Yeah,
they
come
separated
on,
the
but-
Iceland.
Yeah, I know that.
And Cuba.
They
and-
not
and-
Hispanic
and
Cuba,
and
Cuba was America as well, but
Yeah.
we are referring to a broad term, right? You got North America, starting from Mexico, and you got Hispanic America.
No, but
from-
you're
from Mexico
here
to-
confusing terms because you
to
can talk,
Chile.
No, espera. You can talk geographically say in North America, from Mexico
Ah, well, yeah, that's
to
true.
the US and
That's
Canada, then you have
Cultural.
Middle or Central America with Panama,
That's
Costa
fast.
Rica, the Caribbean islands, and then you have South America. But in terms of culture, you can maybe only say Hispanic America.
But
Because it's Mexico quite different from the US, and the US is quite different from Canada.
yeah, but what is very interesting is that we have countries like England that do colonization, killing all the
Natives.
people, the natives who live in the place
Here, I
they
think
went to
YouTube
colonize.
will censor it. Will censor this one. So
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. Okay. okay. I
But
got
it's
it.
Cut this part.
No, we don't want to cut it, but
Oh,
you
right.
know the
Censor it.
sensitive of,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
of
YouTube.
but for
YouTube.
example, we have Spain that
The colonization of British people probably was more violent.
They
Yes.
I mean,
shows more respect
Spanish-
rather than other countries.
Spanish
Than
kings,
some
as
like
William said, they instituted laws in the 16th century called Leyes de Indias, which equaled
the law
native
of
population to Spanish population.
Yeah, they recognize
So
their
you
dignity.
legally you couldn't be able to harm those people.
But in Spain,
right?
we have something very interesting. For example, even if we talk about this, the England has the Commonwealth. We don't have the common Hispanic. You know that we talk about the leyenda negra. That means like
Black legend.
The black legend that is was
But it
invented.
also it wasn't a pink legend. It wasn't
Yes.
flowers and
Yes.
colors. No, it was-
Yes,
Yeah, I
it's
mean-
what I know it, Williams, but we have countries like England, like France, like we talked before with the Napoleon the Third, that tried to separate and divide the Hispanic kingdom. Yeah.
So let's move a little bit from politics. A bit. They were telling me that you are an influencer in Madrid, or it's like
Oh,
job
yeah.
or what?
Well,
It's in Madrid.
Drop her a follow.
Okay, of course.
no, that's a long story. It starts everything on me as a passionate about photography,
Oh.
but in concrete with a gastronomic photography.
Oh, okay.
Because I really think that on taking a picture of a dish or of a chef or somebody that is cooking, it's not only reducing it to a process, but something that maybe you have come up with, or a mix of flavors and ingredients that you thought about, and that it's kind of an art as well,
Yeah.
and aesthetic at the same time,
Yeah.
because presentation that you have the textures and the colors. But anyway, the thing is that when I was in Barcelona before coming to Madrid, I had a friend. He started this website, Instagram page, posting recommendations about different places from different types of gastronomy in Barcelona, because it's a quite international city in which you can have perfectly from Italian, that is really typical in
Yeah.
Spain, but to Argentinian, to
The
Peruvian.
the most cosmopolitan place in Spain is Barcelona.
Yes,
yeah.
that's really true. Though
And
in
his
Madrid-
his account is called Eating Barna, so you can follow him as well.
So the thing is that I was kind of dreaming of making my own project when I was thinking of moving to Madrid, trying to get the same structure as this friend of mine, and I thought, okay, we're going to release that and say how things are going. So I started when I went to college first year, and it really went well. It was hard at the beginning because you didn't really know how to manage with the restaurants. You were not known, so you didn't have that much followers or that much popularity. But right now I'm quite happy, enjoying at the same time, not trying to be lucrative because that's not the point. So
She's an
that's
influencer.
Big one.
This is good.
Big time.
This
so
is good.
that's cool.
You
It
have to
opened
keep
doors.
going because it's something like a passion that you have to work in,
Yes,
and it's not only about money life. So I used to be a journalist for 2
Oh.
decades. I was here in Rome before I moved to the US, and then COVID, and then all these things that happened. And I lost my job here in Rome, and then I came back and I decided to launch my YouTube channel. I used to be a really like great influencer in the Arab world and in Facebook, millions of people. But I decided to live my passion.
Yeah.
You have to. What's your passion?
Passion needs the making something good for the people. Actually, I study law as Williams and international relations, and I would like to the Spanish citizens to have a great life, to also the Hispanidad, the Hispanics to have a great life, and join together to don't be in the poverty, don't be with criminals and bad politics that use us to get our money and how do you say it, and be a corrupt people.
What's your passion?
I got many. If you mean in a professional way, I would probably say something about sports or politics. I mean, I'm also interested, not that much in politics, but in philosophy, thinking, making my own way into this vast world that philosophy is, but maybe a bit more personal and doesn't have to be something that is lucrative, like Maria said earlier. I would say, playing the guitar, writing poetry, for example. I am mastering Latin because I learned it some years ago, and I can still read and translate quite a lot of things. But I think we can always do something more. So yeah, quite a lot of things, and hang out with my friends. Those are my passions, and I even am thinking that someday I can start, some YouTube channel as yourself or as Maria, just posting my thoughts or my passions on social media. And I mean, it doesn't matter if it doesn't blow up. It's just my way of sharing with the ones I care about. I care the most, like what matters to me the most, right?
Amazing.
Passions. Well, I'll start what passions me in life. First of all, is law, like theory of law, in a sense that not only positive, like writing the laws, but natural law, the one who is before, and we all can agree that exists. On top of that, I like a lot of political philosophy, not exactly political activism. I don't like it as much. I like it, the meaning behind those activism, the why of the political movements. I will say like that are my passions in a sense, but I think it's better to talk about what is our mission in life. And I think my mission personally in life, and what I think God brought me to this earth for, is leaving a mark, in a sense that through me and through myself, and doing first of all studying, then doing, making changes and making this society or the world or Bolivia or my friends better. And I think that's my mission in life. I think that's why I'm in this earth. I think that's why God sent me to this earth, is to make a mark, create history, and change things in a better way.
Great. So before we conclude, in like short sentence, what is your message to the young generation in Spain, in the world, in Europe?
To the young generation,
Younger.
Yeah.
I'd say to think, because we're getting used to get everything eaten, get everything digested, get everything taught. And I think that people should see more through the window and let themselves think.
Great.
Work hard, be honest, and look up to the common good of all the people.
Myself, I believe that the younger generation, in which the thing I'm saying, I'm trying to apply it into my life, and which is difficult, is to live, as we were saying, live our passions to the fullest. I, for example, love football, and we the younger generation shouldn't be, they can't be afraid to love the things they love, right? And I don't know, I would say have a vision, a metaphysical vision. Don't be so materialistic. We four are Christians, but a younger generation can choose the way the focus they need to get to their lives and give it a sense, make your way according to a broader sense that is beyond your humanity, right?
Great, sir.
The hardest part to conclude were the message to the youth. I think the main thing young men and young women have to focus on is to be critical thinkers, in a sense that I could think X way in X topics, Pablo can think different, Marco can think different, Maria can think different, but the important thing is to be critical thinkers, in a sense that I think X based on many studies, logic, and many reasonings that help me to think and conclude in that way. Because if I just think it because someone else or the authority taught me to think like that, society and youth wouldn't progress. Will be all masses, and the main focus of a person, a young man or young women, should be not to be mass, should be to be a person.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you first for joining me in this show. You are very intelligent people.
We do what we can.
Yeah.
No, really.
We are too young.
With what we
We are
got.
young, but at the same time smart.
Like the song.
It's not my first time that I meet with Spanish people, or maybe this is the first time I met a Bolivian person. But I'm proud of you first. My message as a 45 years old.
Quite young, huh?
Yeah.
Still some years to
Yeah.
go.
I didn't really. I
thought
thought
you-
you were younger.
Yeah, the
actually.
same.
I would have said
30,
45.
35,
35,
I
yeah.
would say
Yeah.
yes.
I will give you the recipe.
You look so young.
Pass-
I'm
I
not
will give you the
young.
recipe.
Pass us the
Because I'm a dreamer.
the face creams.
I'm a dreamer. I chase my passion in life.
Yeah.
I don't surrender. And I believe that there is the energy of love in this world that it's given me always this motivation to continue. So I'm so happy to meet you today in Rome. I'm proud of you. And after we edit this episode, even the light is a little bit light, but it's cool like that. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank
Appreciate it,
you.
Maria.
Thank you for you,
What's your name?
Pablo.
Pablo.
Marcos.
Marcos.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, man.
No, first
Appreciate
of all,
it. Follow us, okay?
yeah.
Okay, bye bye. Vamos, we say vamos.
¡Vamos!
Vamos.
España.